Hey everyone, and welcome back for another deep dive.
Yeah, it's great to be back.
Today we're diving into iOS 18.1.
Ooh, exciting.
This is the first major update to iOS 18.
Oh, wow.
And we've got a great article here from McRumors to guide our deep dive today.
Always a good source.
Let me tell you, there's a lot to unpack here.
I bet.
We've got a sneak peek at the future with Apple Intelligence.
Oh, very cool.
And we've also got some quality of life improvements that I think you're going to be pretty excited about.
I can't wait.
So if you're thinking about updating to iOS 18.1, or if you're just curious about what's new, stick around. We've got you covered.
You know, this update really feels like a bridge between the physical and digital worlds.
Yeah.
Like, we're not just consuming information on our phones anymore, but we're interacting with it in whole new ways.
That's a really good point. And I think one of the biggest examples of that is the long-awaited arrival of Apple Intelligence.
Yes.
Now, it's not a complete rollout just yet. iPhone 15 Pro and iPhone 16 users are the first to get a taste. But even then, not all of the features are available right away.
Oh, interesting.
It seems like Apple's taking a cautious approach, rolling things out in stages.
That makes sense, given how powerful this technology could be.
Right.
I mean, imagine having like a super smart assistant right in your pocket,
Yeah.
ready to help you with everything, from writing emails to organizing your photos.
Okay, so let's break it down.
Yeah.
What can Apple Intelligence actually do?
Sure.
We keep hearing AI everywhere these days.
Right.
So what makes Apple Intelligence different?
Well, one of the things that sets it apart is that it's focused on practical, everyday applications. Like, take the writing tools, for example.
Okay.
Think about being able to proofread a text on the fly, or summarize a long email in seconds,
Yeah.
or even rewrite a paragraph to sound more polished.
Wow.
That's next-level productivity right there.
It's not just a gimmick. That's something I could actually see myself using every single day.
Exactly.
Wow.
And then there's Siri. It's not just a fresh coat of paint this time.
Okay.
Siri has actually gotten a lot smarter.
I like the sound of that.
It now has product knowledge for all of your Apple devices.
Really?
So if you're ever wondering how to change a setting on your AirPods, you can actually ask Siri, and it will guide you through it step by step.
So no more digging through menus and settings pages.
Exactly.
I love it.
And there's even more.
Oh, what else?
Well, for those times when you'd rather not talk out loud,
Right.
there's a Type to Siri option.
Oh, very cool.
And get this, Siri can now understand you even if you stumble over your words.
What?
No more robotic repetition.
Wow, that's a game changer, especially when I'm trying to multitask and my brain can't seem to form a coherent sentence.
I hear that.
Okay, so speaking of making life easier, what about those smart replies?
Yes.
Are they actually helpful or are they just a novelty?
They're actually incredibly useful.
Okay.
Like, imagine getting a text from a friend asking if you're free for dinner, and your phone suggests a reply. Like, yeah, I'm free tonight. What time were you thinking? It saves you so much time and energy,
Yeah.
especially for those like really routine responses.
Absolutely. And it's not just for messages, right?
Nope.
It's for other apps too.
Smart replies are coming to mail as well.
Really?
So think about all those emails you get that just require a quick thanks or a look into it.
Right.
Smart replies can handle those for you,
Oh, wow.
freeing up your time for the messages that really need your full attention.
Okay, so we've got writing tools, smarter, Siri smart replies.
Yep.
What else is Apple Intelligence bringing to the table?
Well, we are living in an age of information overload.
Oh, yeah. Tell me about it.
So the new summaries feature might just be the hero we all need.
Okay. I'm intrigued. Tell me more about these summaries.
So imagine getting the gist of a long email or a notification without even having to open it.
Okay.
Apple Intelligence can pull out the key points and give you a really concise summary so you can decide if it's actually worth your full attention.
Interesting.
And it doesn't stop there.
Oh,
This same technology is being applied to Safari.
really?
So you can get like a quick rundown of a website's content before you actually dive into the full article.
So no more endless scrolling.
Exactly.
I like the sound of that.
It's like having a personal assistant who sifts through all the noise and just highlights what's really important.
Yeah, that's incredible.
And it's not just about productivity.
Okay.
Apple Intelligence is also bringing some exciting new features to the Photos app.
Ooh, my photos are about to get a lot more interesting.
Definitely. With Memory Maker, you can create custom slideshows just by describing what you want. So say like a slideshow with all my beach photos set to upbeat music, and Apple Intelligence will put it together for you.
That sounds
No
amazing.
more spending hours manually creating slideshows.
What about finding specific photos?
Hear
I
that.
swear I spend like half my life scrolling through my camera roll.
I hear that.
It's like a black hole.
So that's where natural language search comes in.
Okay.
You can now search your photos using just conversational phrases like
Okay.
photos of my dog wearing a hat
Oh.
or sunset pictures from our vacation.
Mhm.
It's so intuitive and it saves you so much time.
I love, okay. I am already loving Apple Intelligence,
Yeah.
but there is one feature I am particularly excited about.
Okay.
As a photographer, this is like a dream come true.
Uh-huh.
The ability to remove unwanted objects from photos like magic.
Ah, yes, the cleanup feature.
Yes.
It's pretty remarkable.
It is.
It can identify and remove distractions from your images.
Okay.
So you just have this clean, polished shot.
Yeah.
So if there's a random tourist photobombing your perfect beach photo,
Right.
you can just make them disappear.
Oh, that's going to save so many potentially great photos from being ruined.
Exactly.
Okay, so we've got writing tools, a smarter Siri, smart replies to those handy summaries, and some awesome photo features. What else is Apple Intelligence bringing to the table in this initial release?
One more thing that is worth highlighting is the enhanced focus mode. With the new reduce interruptions mode,
Yeah.
you can filter out all but the most essential notifications.
Okay.
So if you're trying to get some deep work done,
Right.
or you just need some peace and quiet,
Mm-hmm.
you can just silence all that noise and really focus on what matters.
That is a lifesaver for those of us who are easily distracted.
I hear you.
So Apple Intelligence is obviously a huge part of this update,
Yeah, it's a big deal.
but there is more to iOS 18.1.
Oh, absolutely.
Right.
Well, Apple Intelligence is like the shiny new toy.
Okay.
There are other updates that might be less flashy, but they're still really impactful
Right.
for how you use your iPhone.
Mm-hmm.
And one of these features, well, it's been a long time coming, and it might spark some interesting conversation.
Ooh, now you've got me curious. Lay
Yeah.
it on me. What is this potentially controversial feature making a comeback?
Remember how in older versions of iOS, you could record calls using third-party apps?
Uh-huh.
Well, that functionality is back.
Really?
But this time it's built right into the phone app itself.
Wait, so I can record any call I want.
Yes, but
What about the legal side of things?
don't worry, Apple has built in some safeguards.
Okay.
When you hit that record button,
Mm-hmm.
everyone on the call gets a notification that the conversation is being recorded.
Okay, that's good to know.
It's all above board.
So where are these recordings saved?
They're saved directly to your Notes app.
Interesting.
And get this, Notes can even generate a transcript of the call for you.
Wow, that is pretty convenient. I can see how this could be useful for things like customer service calls,
Right.
where you might need a record of what was said.
Exactly.
Okay, moving on from call recording. What's next on the iOS 18.1 update list?
Let's talk about cameras.
Okay.
Specifically, the iPhone 15 Pro and Pro Max are getting a cool new feature that was previously exclusive to the iPhone 16,
Oh, okay.
spatial photo capture.
Spatial photo capture. That sounds intriguing. What exactly does that mean?
Think of it as taking 3D photos. It captures depth information along with the image,
Mm-hmm.
so you can experience a sense of depth and perspective when you view the photo later.
Oh.
And with iOS 18.1, this feature is now neatly integrated into a dedicated spatial mode in the camera app,
Okay.
alongside the existing spatial video capture.
So iPhone 15 Pro and Pro Max users are finally catching up to the iPhone 16 in terms of spatial photography.
Exactly.
What about those who already have the iPhone 16?
Yes.
Are they getting any camera love in this update?
Definitely iPhone 16 users are getting some handy updates to camera control.
Okay.
You can now swap to the front-facing true depth camera using a simple press and swipe gesture on the camera control button.
Oh, ooh.
And there's a new adjustment bar that pops up when you long press the button,
Okay.
giving you finer control over your camera settings.
Those sound like small but mighty improvements that can make a big difference in how you use your phone every day.
I agree.
Speaking of small but mighty,
Yeah.
there's a certain set of Apple gadgets getting a pretty major health-focused upgrade with iOS 18.1.
Care to guess what they are?
I think I know what you're talking about.
Okay.
The AirPods Pro 2,
You read my mind.
they're not just for listening to music anymore.
Right.
They're becoming a tool for monitoring your hearing health.
So tell me all about these new hearing health features. What can they actually do?
Well, you can now take a hearing test right from your iPhone using your AirPods Pro 2.
Wow.
You'll listen for different tones and identify them to check for potential hearing loss.
Okay.
It's a simple and accessible way to get a baseline understanding of your hearing health.
That's amazing. But what happens if the test detects hearing loss?
Right.
Can the AirPods actually help with that?
That's the really impressive part.
Okay.
If hearing loss is detected, you can use your AirPods Pro 2 as hearing aids.
Wow.
They can amplify conversations and other sounds around you,
Really?
making it much easier to hear in challenging environments.
That's incredible. It's like having high-tech hearing aids built right into your earbuds.
Anything else we should know about these hearing health updates?
Well, there's a feature that's beneficial for everyone, regardless of whether you have hearing loss or not.
Okay.
It's called hearing protection, and it minimizes your exposure to loud environmental noises.
Oh, wow.
So whether you're at a concert
Right.
or just walking down a busy street,
Yeah.
your AirPods Pro 2 can help protect your hearing from potential damage.
Okay. This is really impressive.
It is.
From AI-powered productivity to call recording and even hearing health features, iOS 18.1 is shaping up to be a game changer.
I think so.
But I know there's still more to cover.
Oh, there is.
Ready to keep diving?
Absolutely. We've only just scratched the surface.
Let's do it.
There are still a bunch of smaller but significant updates that are worth exploring.
All right, let's jump back in.
Let's go. You know how the control center can be a bit fiddly?
Oh, tell me about it.
Yeah.
I swear I'm always accidentally turning off my Wi-Fi when I just want to adjust the volume.
I know it can be a bit tricky, but iOS 18.1 is giving you more control over your control center.
All right.
So you know that bundled control for Wi-Fi, Bluetooth, and AirDrop?
Mm-hmm.
Well, now you can add satellite and AirDrop buttons individually.
Oh, very nice. So no more fumbling around.
Exactly. And for those of us who use the measure and level features,
Yeah.
those are getting their own dedicated buttons too.
Awesome. It's amazing how those little tweaks can make your phone feel so much smoother to use.
It really does.
Speaking of smooth integration,
Yeah.
I hear there are some cool updates for those of us who love to share our favorite tunes on TikTok.
Oh, yes. Apple Music is making it super easy to share songs directly to TikTok.
Really?
Just a couple of taps and boom.
Nice.
Your latest jam is ready to be the soundtrack to your next viral video.
It's like they knew I was working on my dance moves, but
Yeah.
social media isn't all about fun and games.
Right.
What about staying connected with businesses?
Yes.
I heard there's something new with Apple Business Messaging.
You're right. With iOS 18.1, you can now use Apple's business messaging over RCS.
Okay, now RCS, that sounds familiar. Remind me what that is again?
Think of RCS as like a major upgrade to those old school SMS text messages.
Got it.
It's more modern and feature-rich.
So does that mean I can finally ditch all those separate apps and just text businesses like a regular person?
That's the idea.
Right.
Imagine getting customer support, appointment reminders, even receipts,
Right.
all through familiar text-like interface.
Yeah, that just makes everything so much simpler.
Exactly.
I'm all about simplifying things.
Me too.
Okay, so we've covered control center tweaks, social media sharing, and streamlined business messaging. What other hidden gems are lurking in iOS 18.1?
Well, there's a small but noteworthy update to the Wallet app,
Okay.
especially for Apple Card users.
All right.
If you have your daily cash going straight to your savings account,
Yeah?
you might notice a slight change.
Okay.
Previously, your savings balance showed up right on the main Apple Card screen. Now you'll need to tap on the dedicated savings button to view your balance.
It's good to be aware of these little interface changes, especially if you're a creature of habit like me.
Absolutely.
Speaking of changes, I hear the App Store has gotten a bit of a brain boost.
Absolutely. Finding the perfect app is about to get a whole lot easier
Really? How so?
thanks to natural language processing.
Okay.
Instead of typing specific keywords, you can now search using conversational phrases.
Oh, cool.
It's like you're asking a friend for a recommendation.
That's amazing. No more trying to remember the exact developer name or keyword combination.
Exactly.
Just ask the App Store what you need, and it'll handle the rest. Now, what about those of us who love a good gaming session?
Oh, yes.
Any updates for Game Center?
Gamers rejoice.
All right.
Sending friend invites just got a whole lot easier.
Okay.
You can now send Game Center invites directly from your contacts or friend suggestions.
Oh, nice.
No more jumping back and forth between apps.
That's a welcome improvement, but let's be real. No software update is complete without those all-important bug fixes. Did Apple squash any annoying glitches with iOS 18.1?
Oh, absolutely. Remember that frustrating bug
Yeah.
where your unplayed podcasts would suddenly be marked as played?
Oh, yeah. It was like it had a mind of its own.
Gone.
Oh, thank goodness.
And if you're someone who shoots video in glorious 4K 60 fps, You'll be happy to know that the stuttering issue when scrubbing through videos
Yes.
has also been fixed.
It's amazing how those seemingly small bugs can have such a big impact on your everyday experience.
I know, it's the little things.
Any other noteworthy bug fixes worth mentioning?
There's a fix that could be a real lifesaver for some people.
Okay.
They've addressed that bug that was causing digital car keys to stop working after restoring from a backup
Right.
or transferring to a new iPhone.
Oh, yeah.
So if you've been struggling with that, iOS 18.1 should get you back on the road, literally.
Phew, that's a relief. I can't imagine being stranded because of a software glitch.
I know, right?
But speaking of important things,
Yes.
we can't forget about security.
Of course not.
What's new on that front?
You're absolutely right. And as always, Apple takes security very seriously. With iOS 18.1, they've patched over 20 security vulnerabilities.
Wow.
It's a good reminder that updates aren't just about shiny new features.
Right.
They're about protecting your data and keeping your device safe.
So bottom line, updating to iOS 18.1 is a smart move.
Definitely.
But with all these new features and updates, it makes you wonder,
Yeah.
what does it all actually mean for the average iPhone user?
Right.
Why should they care?
That's the key question, isn't it? It's
Yeah.
not just about having the latest and greatest technology.
Right.
It's about understanding how those advancements can actually improve our lives.
Exactly. So let's shift gears for a moment and talk about the bigger picture.
Okay.
How is iOS 18.1 shaping the future of how we use our phones?
Well, if you think about it, iOS 18.1 is all about making our phones more intelligent, more versatile, and more seamlessly integrated into our lives.
Yeah.
From AI-powered features that boost our productivity to health-focused tools that monitor our well-being.
Right.
Our iPhones are becoming more than just communication devices.
Right.
They're becoming extensions of ourselves.
And that's where things get really interesting. Apple Intelligence is just the beginning.
Yeah.
As this technology continues to evolve, who knows what incredible new capabilities we'll have at our fingertips.
It's exciting to think about, isn't it?
It is.
We're on the cusp of a new era where technology has the potential to enhance our lives in ways we can't even imagine yet.
Yeah.
But with all this potential comes responsibility to use these tools wisely and ethically.
You're absolutely right. It's not just about the technology itself. It's about how we choose to use it and the impact it has on our society.
Couldn't have said it better myself.
iOS 18.1, it really feels like it's setting the stage for something much bigger.
Yeah, it is. And you know what's so fascinating to me is how this update touches so many different aspects of our digital lives. I mean, we've talked about the productivity boosts, the entertainment upgrades, even the potential impact on like our health and well-being.
Right.
Like Apple is weaving all these threads together to create a more connected and personalized experience.
And it all comes back to that idea of bridging the gap between the physical and digital worlds, right?
Okay.
We're not just staring at our screens anymore.
Nope.
We're using our phones to interact with the world around us in entirely new ways.
Right. And like take those AirPods Pro 2 hearing features.
Yeah.
It's incredible to think that something as simple as a pair of earbuds can now help people hear better.
Yeah.
It's a game changer for accessibility.
It really is. And speaking of game changers, let's talk about the future of Apple Intelligence.
Okay.
This initial rollout is just the tip of the iceberg.
Yeah.
What are you most excited to see as this technology continues to develop?
You know, I think the potential for personalization is huge.
Good.
Imagine an iPhone that learns your habits, anticipates your needs, adapts to your preferences. It's like having a personal assistant.
Yeah.
Who knows you better than you know yourself?
That's a bit mind-blowing, isn't it?
Yeah, it is.
It makes you wonder what the line between human and machine will even look like in the future.
I know, right?
But for now, we have iOS 18.1.
We do.
And it is packed with some pretty amazing features.
It is.
We've covered a lot of ground today, from those headline-grabbing AI features to the smaller but significant updates that can really make a difference in how we use our phones every day. But before we wrap things up, I'd love to hear your thoughts.
Yes.
What are you most excited about?
Yeah.
What potential benefits or even concerns do you see with this technology becoming more integrated into our lives? Head over to our social media pages and let us know.
Yes.
We always love hearing from you.
We do.
So keep exploring, stay curious, and as always, keep diving deep.
Absolutely.
We'll see you next time.